Hey guys, let's talk Crisis on Infinite Earths Facsimile Part 3. Okay, so I picked up this book last week, and it is the facsimile edition of Crisis on Infinite Earths, Issue 3, by Marv Wolfman, George Perez, and Dick Giordano. I talked about Issue 2 last night. This continues the Monitor's plan to try to save all the universes from the coming darkness and the coming threat. Here he's trying to figure out who Alexander Luthor is and whether he's a good guy, whether he's a bad guy, and most importantly, why he seems to be made of matter and antimatter at the same time. Meanwhile, we have others plotting and planning, with Harbinger trying to, still assume her role as the Monitor's second in command while being under the influence of others. Meanwhile, we see the Flash in trouble. We also see the Titans, the Teen Titans, get pulled into the fray. And you've got Black Lightning, Katana, Nightwing, Jericho, Donna Troy, Wonder Girl, who gets saved by Batman and Superman. So, as you can see from here, Starfire is distraught because she sees all this death and destruction, and she sees everything unraveling. Time itself seems to be unraveling, and Superman tries to calm her. At the same time, Batman, who's seen a vision of the Flash, now sees the Flash. It's no longer a vision, it's not an image. And something happens to the Flash, but we're not really sure what at this point. Then we go back to the time of World War II. You've got the Haunted Tank. Geoforce is been transported there, as well as Ted Cord. And you also have Sergeant Rock and Easy Company. The Losers are there as well. So you've got all of your World War II heroes. And one of the last things you see is Solivar talking to Commandy. So it even reaches into the Old West with Batlash, Jonah Hex, some of the other Western characters. So you're seeing again, like I said last night, how far-reaching Crisis is. Crisis touches every single multiversal Earth that DC had in its pantheon at that time. It crosses every character that it had in its pantheon at that time. It shows how big of a story it really is. And the art by George Perez and Dick Giordano cannot be beaten. It just can't. So I'm really enjoying this. This is why this is under the greatest hits. I still have a bunch of issues of Marvel's Secret Wars to talk about, but I just don't feel like that is as well put together. I think that Crisis actually one-upped Marvel by coming out a year later than Secret Wars did, because I want to say that Wolfman gave a better story. It was more put together. It was not with all the plot holes that Secret Wars had. Secret Wars was good, but it also, the main thing that everybody seems to remember about Secret Wars is Spider-Man's alien costume, the symbiote, that eventually turned into Venom. So that's really the main thing that came out of Secret Wars. Whereas Crisis, we have the death of a Flash, we have death of Supergirl, and more things to come that I don't want to spoil for those that have never read that story. but I really, really dig this artwork. Marv Wolfman was at the top of his game at this point, and I can't wait to read the next 9 issues of this. I've read it in hardcover. I've read it in trade paperback. I've got it with an amazing Alex Ross and George Perez cover. But like I said, it's really cool to go back and read these old books with the ads. And it's all, I'm going to say it's all self-contained, even though there are a lot of Crisis, tie-ins and spin-offs and things like that. But you've got these old ads that you just can't replicate. I don't know if it was the ad men and women that were working on these books that did so well, but like I said, you just can't replicate how much fun these old books are. But this is about as close as you'll ever get. So, again, guys, if you haven't checked out, if you haven't checked out Crisis, do yourself a favor. Pick up issue 3. It just came out last week. Pick this up, check it out, and enjoy yourself. It is a deep story, and it covers a whole multitude of universal characters, but at the same time, it doesn't get bogged down. It's very straightforward and linear, and always seems to put one foot in front of the other. All right, guys, gals, thanks for watching again, and y'all have a great night. If you have not liked and subscribed, we are marching on towards 100 people, 100 subscribers. And when we get there, I'm going to give away 4 books. So keep watching, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep commenting, and we will see you next time. Have a great night.